Hey y'all, my name is Lauren and today we're going to be building this beautiful coastal cottage slash sort of big house on accident because it ended up being bigger than I thought. But this is in the lovely world of Brindleton Bay, which came with the expansion pack from Cats and Dogs, I believe. I always mix up Sulani and Brindleton Bay, not their names, just the worlds in general because they're both beaches. But honestly, I prefer this one because I grew up going to more rural beach towns like Seaside, Florida, Watersound, Florida, places like that. And this kind of reminds me of the houses that you see driving down like 30A or something. So that's where the inspiration came from. I looked at like a whole bunch of different images that sort of got me to this place. I was looking at this beautiful kitchen while working on this, but when I tell you guys this took me like 2.5 days to build, I'm not kidding. I built it in one night, but I tried and tried and tried to get the shape down and the way that I wanted it to look, because 20 by 20, which is, I don't think I said that yet, the lot size is 20 by 20, and that is not a lot of space for what you need to get done. But speaking of, actually, I'm going to talk a little bit about who this house was made for, because this time around I did do the Sims first. I mean, they're not actually made yet. Even while I'm making this, the Sims for this house are not actually made yet. But they're in my head, and they've been in my head. I've had this idea for the save file, because yes, this is still a save file video. This is very rough beginnings of my save file, but it's still a save file video. But I planned this house for a grandma, and the funny part about that is she does not have a name. Did you hear my voice crack just then? She does not have a name, she does not have a last name, she's not even in my world yet, but she's in my head. And this is her house, and she lived like a pretty nice lavish lifestyle, but after her husband died, she just wanted to move closer to either her daughter or her son, which I'll get into in a second. But I thought that she would want to buy this nice little house on the water, and she could do yoga on the beach and join some nice clubs, maybe go for a jog with some other friends around town. But here's my idea that I kind of thought of while building. So next to this lot, like right next to, through the trees there, is the 64 by 64 lot, which is a huge lot. Whatever sim lives there needs a lot of money. And since grandma here is pretty lavish with this house, I thought that either her daughter or her son could live there with their significant other and their 4 children. And when the grandchildren come to visit, they stay in the loft upstairs. I love this idea. It doesn't have to be the 64 by 64 lot. It could be any lot in Brindleton Bay that they just, they come stay at grandma's house. And it would honestly be a little more better for storytelling if they lived not on the beach, so that then they'd be more excited to come stay with grandma living on the beach. But that's just what I thought of in the moment, and I kind of love it still. I'll definitely play around with that. You can let me know in the comments what you think of that. But I don't know, I still love it. But here I'm working on this beautiful balcony. I love balconies in beach houses. I've stayed in quite a few in my years with my family and stuff, and they're just so awesome. And right there by that door is actually an outdoor shower, which I'm so proud of. I did not have any sort of inspo pick for that. I was thinking, like maybe there should be an outdoor shower. And it didn't take me long to mess with that because I don't know how else I would build it. You guys should tell me if you've ever built an outdoor shower for your Sims. I just thought it would be nice, you know, you've got sand on your feet, you go shower. You're in the pool and your hair's all dirty, you get in the shower. So I just thought that would be pretty fun. But in terms of like the shell of this house, it took me so long. Oh my god. The size of this house, like I said earlier, just did not come to me. I took so long to figure everything out. There's a lot of footage that I did not include because otherwise this would be 3 hours long. There's a section of time where I'm just choosing swatches and choosing decor items that just you did not need to see. Like, no one needs to see that. I cut all of that out, including, unfortunately, like a whole section where I find plants for the house, like indoor and outdoor. I just cut that out because you don't need to look at me finding them. Like, I feel like it's more fun to watch me place them down and figure out where they go. But I filled this lot. I filled it to the brim. My computer is screaming. But here I'm working more on the outdoor shower. I moved it over a little bit. I think I shrink down that wall to make it a little bit more realistic. You know, you want to have a higher wall so that the neighbors don't see, but maybe out to the beach don't mind so much. Or like towards the house, you know. But this is the kitchen that I was talking about. I was looking at this beautiful picture where the center island was light blue and sort of the exterior cabinets and drawers and stuff were white, and it was so pretty. So I just really wanted to do that in here, and what I landed on is really awesome. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I kind of messed around with, see that that right piece of island there with the cabinet sort of sticking out where the leggies would go. A bar stool wouldn't fit there. So I just kind of left that and made it 4 wide, but with 3 chairs. And I think it looks cool. It's a little asymmetrical, but I kind of like it. And then here, just like my apartment build, I tried putting a desk there, but it doesn't work because I was trying to make that little octagon the little shape there a breakfast nook. I end up putting that circle table there. I end up loving it. But you'll see that I kind of just find my ideas along the way, because as I was going through the items and stuff, I was like, what hobbies would she want? And I ended up finding I don't know the name of it, but it's like the gem table. They came with I don't even know the pack. It's the gemstones pack where you can make your own jewelry and stuff. And I was like, that is such a grandma hobby. She would totally go out to the water, pick some shells, pick some rocks, and make her grandchildren and like everyone in her life some jewelry. I thought that was so cool. And I ended up putting it in her bedroom because it wouldn't fit anywhere else. As you can see there, you can't see yet, but there's going to be a lot of places to eat. I think we should do a count on the way because there's already 1. Almost 2, technically, if you count that table. But there's gonna be like 4 places to eat? I don't know. We'll see along the way. I'm kind of nervous, though. But, yes, it took a long time for me to figure out wallpapers. I just feel like I was remembering this one wallpaper that I wanted. Yeah, I found it eventually. But this one I've been looking at for a while in sort of preparation, kind of wanting to use that wood paneling wallpaper since I've found it. But this kitchen was super fun. I don't usually mess around with cabinets. It's sort of just, you know, this goes here and this goes here. But I had a lot of fun with this kitchen. And the backsplash was pretty fun. Finding a fridge was not fun. You want to know why? I actually hate how the fridge colors don't match the ovens, even if they're from the same creator. For some reason, the metal always looks different. In the light, too. And speaking of light, I've noticed that when you paint a ceiling tile, or even if it's just left plain white, in-game or even in tab mode, it's like there's a weird light, sort of a lighting glitch with the floors, or ceilings rather, when there's no room above it. Like if there's just a plain roof. I even tested out with putting just a platform above this kitchen because the glitch was happening in the kitchen, and it wouldn't work. Even after putting a room up there. Not technically a room, with closed walls, but it was kind of a room. That's just such a disappointment. I mean, Sims is so expensive with all these packs and stuff, and it just doesn't work. But as I'm filming this voiceover, there is a laundry list in progress, I guess. I don't know. I just don't really like updating anymore. I always have to take like a week off while they fix stuff so that I don't have to replace all my CC. It's just so frustrating. So mark my words, when this next update comes out, you will not see me updating. Because, there's one every month, so I feel like they're gonna do one in September. Anyway, actually, you know what? For this video, I was going to do a little face cam while I voice over. But let me tell you, I just did not feel like it today. I had an awesome lunch. I woke up pretty early, did some work, and then I'm here doing this. And I don't usually do this stuff in normal daytime hours. It's always in the wee hours of the morning because that's when I'm most creative and I don't know, I feel best at 1 a.m. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. I guess it's just me being a night owl. Anyway, if you want me to use Facecam next time, I think that'd be pretty fun. I don't mind either way, but I think it'd be fun. I also really want to do a long form video because I stream almost every day, but unfortunately, I haven't had a viewer in a couple days. I mean, not even just pop in and out because I'm looking at all times. So if you want to go check out my Twitch, it's linked down below. And I really appreciate it if you popped in. I usually stream at nighttime, not during the day. I'm trying to get during the day, but people work, and that's okay. But yeah, just let me know if that's something you want to see, my face. I don't mind either way. But let's talk about the Sims in this house, because yes, it's, grandma with her grandchildren, but the kids have lives too, and I ended up making the loft customized to specific Sims. You can change the gender of the way things look. I ended up doing 2 girls and 2 boys. But if you download this and you have all the CC that I do, then you should have no problems with just changing the colors around for what you want. Or if you even want to close off that space up there and do 2 bedrooms or whatever, that's totally cool too. It's kind of customizable, honestly. But I love the open concept in here. Looking at this again, just making me so happy. But you can see all the plants that I placed around, so sorry about that. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a sandwich for lunch. Oh well. But again, I don't know the name that I would do for the grandma. I have a whole list of names next to me because it just helps. So the first name I was thinking was Sylvie. But that's kind of old lady grandma name. I'm thinking that this Sim is just super young and vibrant, and she loves going out on the town, but she is still a grandma. I'd picture her, if she was a real person, to be in maybe her late 60s, maybe mid 60s too. But Sylvie is just kind of an 80-year-old woman to me, so but you should let me know down in the comments if you have a good name for a Sim like that. I picture her to have probably short brown hair, either that or she's embraced the gray and gone full gray or full white. I love Sims like that. They're just so confident. Or not Sims. I mean, yes, Sims, but yes, people. I love people like that who are confident with their hair and their aging. I love that. I just think it's so normalized to be so crazy about wanting to not age. I think it's awesome to age. People don't get to age all the time, from tragic things. So I think aging is awesome, and I would want to show it. I don't know, trying not to get dark. I always get there somehow. But yes, I thought that she would love the jewelry making / gemstone hobby. I was wanting to make her a hippie on the side, but she had so much going on already. I feel you know, maybe in my head she has the personality of Frankie from Grace and Frankie, just without all of the weed smoking. So she loves plants, she loves doing yoga, she loves her grandchildren most of all. And I actually planned for her to have just this huge dog. I was thinking a Great Dane that she could walk on the beach in the morning. Either a Great Dane or a Golden Retriever, sort of quintessential beach house suburban family who has a Golden Retriever. So I'm not sure which yet, but she definitely will have a big dog. I think I accidentally put a small bed in her bedroom and a big bed in the living room. So I'm going to have to go back and change that. But this build is actually already up in the gallery if you want to go check it out. I'm going to have all my information in the description if you want to go download it. Unfortunately, I don't have like a custom content folder yet. I have no idea how to do that. But if you guys want, I can totally look into that. I'd be so down to make you a whole list of all the CC that I have, because I go shopping for it every day. It's like my favorite thing to go check on my favorite CC creators for if they have anything public. But I love that like armoire sort of thing. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Here I found this table. I wish I had the name of it in my head, but I don't. But it's awesome. Look at it. So I ended up putting it in her bedroom. And I thought that would be a really cool hobby for her. I make jewelry. I have so many hobbies. First of all, like, I think I made her kind of like me, you know? She likes crocheting. I put the embroidery kit there. And there I was trying to figure out if a chair could go there, and it couldn't. So I guess they just stand. I've never used that table before, though, so I don't know. I just really liked the build items for that little, I think it's a kit or a stuff pack. I think it's a stuff pack. Oh, it might be Gemology. Is that the kit? Or pack? Sorry. You're gonna have to let me know, or I'll just look it up later. But I think I talked about her husband being dead, unfortunately. And I feel like, so in the lore sort of section of this video, I mean, I feel like he would be dead for like 5 years maybe, which would give her a little bit of time to either find this house or build this house. Maybe find this house, I wouldn't say build. But she would just be sort of starting her life by herself. And I didn't want to make her, you know, big into the dating scenes. She's just kind of enjoying her life as it is with her grandchildren, and her dog, and just her family and all the activities that she loves. So I just thought that she would like to focus on that. You know, she definitely has plenty of male friends, we'll say, if you know what I'm talking about. But not so much into the settling down aspect, because she's already done that and she's over that. Here I actually switch up the room. I think this layout is much more efficient. Definitely feng shui. I feel like in feng shui rules, you're not allowed to have your feet towards the bed. My feet are towards my door. Oh my god, did I just say feet towards the bed? Feet towards the door. So like the edge of your bed is towards the door. I don't know if that's true, honestly, but that's how my bed is in my bedroom, so I don't know if that's really accurate. I accidentally made this room super squished. I feel kind of bad that her room is a little bit small and the kids' loft upstairs ended up being really big, but it's okay. Oh, you know what? Today I was actually editing a whole bunch of TikToks and shorts of this house for all my platforms, like just TikTok and YouTube, but I was working on those, and it is so hard to start making content on TikTok. Like, I did not realize that it would be so difficult. Like, I'm getting 1 view, and, you know, I don't want to, like, fish for views or likes or stuff, but it's just so difficult, and I did not realize that it would be. You know, I'm not trying to be like, oh, my video is so awesome, I expected it to get so much more attention. But I worked so hard on it. I don't know, I just thought, especially since I used CapCut, just maybe it would get a little bit more views or whatever. But I just started last week, so I'm not expecting anything crazy. But at this time, I have 13 followers on TikTok, which I think is pretty fun. Like 13 whole people. That's pretty cool. I ended up using these paintings twice. Don't hurt me. But there was actually a little dog in that picture, and I kind of thought that it went with the whole idea of her having a dog. Maybe it could be a picture of her dog. But yeah, I cut a lot of this out, but I spent way too long in the decorations panel just finding all those last minute touches. I do that all the time. You know, you're almost done with the build, and then you've got just a little bit more to add, which is not the best for the computer, but it's awesome for us, right? So I think I should talk about the grandchildren because they have their own lives, right? So if I were to ever either do a gameplay on this sort of family or just even have them in the gallery with their own lore, or like upload my save file somewhere, because I'm gonna make this a huge save file. But the kids sort of sprouted from their grandma, so I decided to have one teen girl, one child girl, one child boy, and one toddler boy. Now again, I don't really know where they're gonna live, but this is their grandma's house. They come visit her every summer. I thought that if I were to do gameplay with the children and the grandma, that I would literally make them move in with her for the summer. I think that, you know, the stayover feature is awesome and it can work. But if I was going to do it right, I think that I would definitely move them in just for a little bit. You know, their mom is still their mom, their dad is still their dad, their grandma is their grandma, but it will just make for some pretty cool gameplay. I sort of, you know, I don't really like the summer I turned pretty, but I think about that dynamic all the time. Like if you were going to play with that sort of family or group in The Sims, then you would probably do all in one household so that you can play with them. So sort of same situation here. You know, you have all your Sims in one house so you can play with them. I don't know if you saw, but that was a little bit of the lighting glitch there, which is so upsetting. I wish that the Sims fixed their own game before starting new stuff. I've actually seen a lot of content about the new game, Inzoi. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have a lot of conflicting feelings about it. You can't beat The Sims. But, you know, I've never played Sims 3. I started in, 6th or 7th grade, so, like, sorry for the long pause. That's a long time ago. Maybe 2017? Maybe late 2017, early 2018, I started playing The Sims 4, and I know nothing of The Sims 3. Everyone says it's better, but I just cannot imagine a world without The Sims 4. It's like how people try to recreate Minecraft or a certain kind of movie. You just can't, you know, it's too familiar. So when you try to throw something new into the mix, it just doesn't work. And so when I look at Inzoi, I'm like, oh gosh, that looks crazy, because I'm so used to The Sims. So that's what my opinions are about that. I would be open to trying it out, but I'm so interested in knowing, you know, how much it would fill up my computer, or if I would need a better computer, honestly, because like those graphics look insane. It looks almost too real, in my opinion. But I ended up adoring this bathroom. I never get the opportunity to make huge, over-the-top bathrooms with all this space, and this space was perfect for it. Oh, and here, I think I start working on the bedroom. Maybe not yet, but definitely soon. I love the little loft. I stayed in a house like this maybe 4 years ago, 2019, 2020, in like the summer or spring break, right before COVID. And you go upstairs, and it's just an open space with bunk beds, and I loved it. We stayed there for a couple days right before the pandemic hit. It was awesome. Like, no doors, just a room with bunk beds. And I think that's awesome if you're gonna stay in a house with like a group of people, like a multiple families, so that, you know, all your kids can be upstairs. You can hear if someone gets hurt or upset. no shut doors for the kids. I think it's really convenient, especially if grandma's got to take care of them all. But I definitely end up changing that dog bed, I promise. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking that she would have a golden retriever, but I could make him a cream retriever, which is actually what I have in my house. We have 2 English cream retrievers, which are basically golden retrievers, but they're all white. They're gorgeous, let me tell you. But I think I could either do that or, your standard golden retriever or a chocolate lab. Just some sort of dog that would love the water. I'm not sure a Great Dane would love the water. That could be more of a fancier, maybe Victorian household with a big, they have a name. The Dalmatian Great Danes, what are those called? They have a cool name. I always forget it. Damn. It's okay. I'll look it up later. Oh, I found this awesome little conch shell? Conch shell? Whatever. That little candle. Whatever. Okay? I can't pronounce things, okay? Oh, you know what I just thought about? So I have pretty dark, not dark hair, but I have like blonde hair. It's like pretty brown blonde. I know this is so off topic, okay? But I got hair dye in the mail today. I'm re-dyeing my hair to be just a little, lighter, not so blonde. I'm not bleaching it or anything. I want to have my light hair back. So that came in the mail today, so I'm going to try that out tonight. I might make a video about it. I'm not sure yet, though. But I'm a little nervous. I've never dyed my hair before. And when I told my brother that I was going to do it, he was like, oh, God, please don't. It's not blue, is it? I was like, no. But I thought that was funny. And this little area I thought was really cute. Maybe if the kids have some reading, or if they come visit her during the school year and they have homework to do. And I actually thought of a little storyline. The family could come visit grandma for Christmas. And so they would definitely have homework over Christmas break, and especially the teenager. I had homework over Christmas break. But I put that little desk area there so that they could do that. But I put that... Oh, I don't know if I'm there yet, but when I get to the kids' loft area, I ended up putting like a big bed so that they can share it. I thought that was more realistic. And if the kids actually need their own beds, then grandma can take them shopping. I don't know. She'd probably love a good... What's the website? Wayfair. I love a good Wayfair. It's so expensive, though, but... This is where I go through and plop all the decorations that I find, which doesn't take forever, but it definitely takes a long time. I don't know. I ended up getting rid of that watermelon platter because I feel like I was getting worried about flies getting to it, so I was like, I gotta get that out of here. But that was kind of stupid in hindsight. Looks really pretty. I should have put it outside because it's not real food. It's not gonna go bad in The Sims, but I just sort of had that mindset. So, oopsie. And I've never done this, but these are some of my favorite cabinets, and I end up filling them, the see-through ones. I think it looks really good. All the wine glasses are there. In that little chest by the cutting board, actually, is what I would assume to be the champagne bottle from her and her late husband's wedding. Or at least like a cool party. Maybe his retirement champagne or something. Maybe even his funeral champagne. Maybe he was a fun guy and they had like a party for his funeral because that's what he wanted. I don't know. It's just fun to play with those sort of things, those dynamics. And I just thought that she would leave it out sort of unopened so that she can see it. I thought that would be really cute. I fill this cabinet. I fill those cabinets. I fill it all. Okay, y'all. But, oh my gosh, I'm trying not to say but so much. Ugh. My goodness. But, oh my god, I just did it! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, and I just covered my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna talk about my idea for a country club in Willow Creek. I think that's a really good idea. I kind of have an idea for a country club in every world. I don't know why I have such, posh ideas for my save file right now. In the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm going to make this area, pretty poor and run down, and then this area can be pretty poor and run down. I can do these, minimal income, low income housing and all this stuff. And then I just do these beautiful builds. Like families with a lot of money. Like, what? I just wanted like a low income apartment complex with like a beat up above ground pool because it's fun. Okay, it's fun to build that stuff. But then I get onto the land and I have OBS open and all I want to do is build a beach house or a suburban little house. It's so hard being someone who plays The Sims. Especially with all these ideas. Oh my gosh. I have a list of names in front of me. It has 250 on them for all the Sims that I have in my head. And I have a 80 Sim limit. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I don't even know, y'all, but I really want to start like a gameplay series. I've been sort of toying around with that because you don't have to do much editing for that. I mean, I probably would, knowing me, because I burp too much to keep all of the audio in or everything that I say. I just, whatever, But I keep saying it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're in the kids' room, okay? It's adorable. I love this little bunk bed situation. I think it's Pierre Sim, but I could totally be wrong. I don't know. Okay, there's so much CC. I have like 10,000 items in my mods folder. It's like 9,000 something, but it's close to 10,000 at this point because I keep adding to it. I actually just added this cool tennis custom content pack, and I couldn't find it in my game. And then I went back in my downloads folder and in my mods folder, and it says it was in there, but I couldn't find it. I was like, what? Strange. But anyway, this is the adorable little bed that I chose for this upstairs area for the girls. I thought, the teenager could sleep by the door, and then the little girl, the child, could sleep on the other side, just while they visit. And then I ended up, what did I do here? It's been a little bit. I mean, I built this last night, but it's been so long. I added these little suitcases, and actually that quilt, while I was building, it's coming to me now. I was thinking that the grandma could have made it. I feel like she's very crafty. She is glamorous, but she's pretty crafty. Maybe not glamorous. I don't think glamorous is the word. She's herself, and she likes nice things, which I don't think is a crime. I really wanted to make this space feel lived in, even if the kids aren't there all the time. Maybe grandma cleans it up a little bit. I know I put the suitcases there and like some stuff on the nightstands as if they were there, but if you download this, you can either take that out, or if you don't have the CC, it won't be there. So that's okay. I almost said it. I'm so sorry. I'll really try. I'll try harder. Under here, I put a little drum set, which always reminds me of Nick and Charlie from Heartstopper. I don't care what you say. If you say drums, I think Kit Connor. Oh my god. I don't know what I'll do when he gets like a role that isn't Heartstopper. I don't know what I'll do. If they cast him in a rom-com soon, you will not hear from me forever, okay? He's my age. Sorry, just had to rant for a second. You know what's crazy, actually? I was part of the Wolverine edit phenomenon, which was last week, mind you, because I know that for sure because I was still getting those edits on my feed while I was editing my first video, which was posted 6 days ago, which means it was at least 7 days ago that I saw these edits of Hugh Jackman, okay? And I have not seen a single one since last week, which is crazy to think about, like the algorithm and stuff. I don't know. I think that all of that is so funny. Like how one thing can be so popular and then it's just not. But I guess that's how the internet works. It's just, I don't know. It's just sort of talking to a void type style. I call it the Emmett Chamberlain phenomenon. Like her podcast is just talking to a void. Whatever. I now that I'm looking at the beach, not the beach, but we're sort of outside. And I think I have this weird thing where I associate thoughts or whatever I was watching with what I'm building. So I just looked at those Adirondack chairs and I thought of the fact that maybe the grandmother could be part of like a nudist beach club where like the old folk of this town could be part of a little nude beach club and do nude yoga at like 6 a.m. I don't know, something funny like that. I feel like she'd be pretty fun. This is my favorite part, okay? This was not a build until I added the hydrangeas, okay? Hydrangeas, blue specifically, are like they are my favorite flower. And when I get to use this specific little plant, oh my gosh, it just looks so great. And I love how they kind of go into the pool. It's just so good. And then all the screenshots and videos and stuff were taken from sort of inside the pool looking out, which is what your sim would see. So I thought that was a pretty cool touch. But let me tell you, I keep looking at these and the whole time I'm seeing BoJack Horseman, because I was watching season 1 of BoJack Horseman while I was building this. So I'm seeing Todd and, BoJack, Diane, specifically Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter's like wedding and BoJack being sad. I love BoJack. Ugh. I love BoJack so much. It's characters like that are pretty relatable and just are so sad that people love. Because I know a lot of people that love him. I actually also tried to watch Arrested Development because I saw a TikTok of a girl throwing a letter into the sea and she was like, Job tried hurling the letter at the sea and it didn't work, or something like that. And to my surprise, that audio came from, I think, episode 2 or 3, and it was hilarious. And then, since I saw it that early on, I was like, you know what? I feel fulfilled. I don't think I need to watch this show. Because beyond, what's his name? From Juno. Oh boy. It's not Evan Peters, it's the other one. Who played, oh boy. From that movie, oh gosh. What's his little name? No, I just said that. I don't know his name. But he's in that, and he's also in Superbad. I don't know his name. But I did. I'm sorry. Michael Cera. It's Michael Cera. It came to me. I told you it would come to me. But yes, Michael Cera was in it, and he was making jokes about kissing his cousin. And I was like, you know what? They cannot stretch this out more than an episode or 2. So, I just, that wasn't for me. There are a lot of sitcoms that just aren't for me. The ones that are for me, however, are The Office, Parks and Rec, Modern Family, The Middle. I think that might be it. I do actually really like The Goldbergs. It's very nostalgic. I think that came out right around 2016 maybe later than that. I don't know, but we watched it on DVDs in the little tray that comes down in the car. What is that? A DVD player? A movie theater in a car. Like in a Suburban. It's like a movie theater. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. This little pathway is kind of genius on my end. I actually love the golf cart too, now that I'm looking at it. Excuse me. But this is almost right around done. I think I make a couple changes, and then after that, we're almost in the clear, in the home stretch, you guys. If you're still here, I applaud you, because I can talk some serious bull. So thank you for staying. I love changing the colors of these hydrangeas, and I think that she would love going outside and watering them every single day. I just love that. Like, look at all these. I guess I added more to the front? Question mark. I mean, I did. I can see clearly that I did. But before we end this, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the screenshots. and let me know down below how I can improve and what you would like to see next from me. Goodbye, everyone!